What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video. Today may or may not be something that you're interested in, but I've been waiting for something like this since I purchased this vehicle. This February will be 2 years ago, and since day one there has been one chronic thing that I could not stand, and there was really no solution to it, and it was the DFM, where it like kicks you out of V8 mode into this terrible 4-cylinder. I'm gonna put some clips in there of trying to like catch what it sounds like. Obviously, because I have a Corsa exhaust on my vehicle, the sound is amplified times 10. The noise is way more annoying. When I didn't have the exhaust, even then, at like coming to a stop somewhere, it had this little like fluttering Tweety bird noise. I've read about it in forums. People couldn't quite figure it out. It was going to be the most annoying thing. Almost got rid of the vehicle until I found out that you could disable it by putting the vehicle in L9, and then you're basically forced to add steps to just drive the car. Finally, Range Technology, I've been waiting for this. This is an inline DFM disabler, and I believe it also knocks out the auto stop start feature. I think technically the light on the auto stop start will still illuminate, but I believe it's disabled. So like I said, I'm gonna insert some clips of driving, and then I'm gonna just show you installing this. I hope I don't screw this up. I've got no experience doing this, but from what I've seen and read, it shouldn't be that difficult. So we're gonna just tackle this right now. I can't possibly be any more excited, and the reason this is taking so long is because I had to go to the dealership yesterday for recall and warranty work, and some of the stuff had to do with modules and electrical stuff. So timing wise, it was perfect, and we're ready to go now. We are ready to go. Okay, so inside this box, this is literally all you get. You get this. Apparently, like it says, it's an inline thing. I'm gonna look up how to install it. They don't even need to put instructions on here because there's a QR code. Basically, what we're gonna do is like lift the vehicle up to the highest position, disable the feature where it lowers down. Pretty much the same idea that I would follow, the same premise that I would follow when I'm doing my oil changes, and then just turn the steering wheel and just have access to it. I think it should be a quick install. So we are in monster truck mode right now. I just basically put it in off-road mode and disabled the exit entry thing so that it won't come down. This is funny enough. Here is the thing that I'm going to be messing around with later on at another date. This is the lowering link. So I've got a part that I'm going to do. So they basically say you can access this way if you have like a certain model. Like where we're trying to access is this right down here, but for the sake of not having to deal with all of the tension, we're just going to remove the Torx 1, 2, 3, and 4, and then just flip it up so we have access here, just in case. I don't want to take a chance. So we're on the same page here. There was a Torx here, Torx here, Torx here, Torx here. There's another Torx here, and then there was a little 7mm bastard right down here that was holding on this little clip down here. So now that should be able to come out, and now hopefully we're able to start maneuvering this thing out of the way. So we'll see. So I should add this in here. Listen to the instructions when you're messing around with connections on the car's computer or anything like that. Unplug the negative part of the battery. Don't take a chance. That's kind of silly. But when you get down here, this is where you're going to have access to. Now, I've never really had a lot of luck with fender liners. They suck for me, but this is what we got going on down here, and this is what you want to do. Now, I did pop this already with my pick tool. You can use your fingernail. I don't have fingernails because I've got ADHD and OCD and all kinds of alphabet soup. And then what you're going to do is you're going to push this button, and you're going to hear a noise, and then from there you're going to lift this lever right here, and it's going to start prying back here. So you're going to notice that when you go all the way, it disconnects it a little, and you're going to pull that off. Now you have that access. Now, per the video that I just watched, it's going to go in this way with the range logo facing you, and this way you can have access to have this little spring mechanism here. So if you ever want to take it off, it's going to be something that you can take off. So basically you're just going to take this unit, I'm going to move this out of the way a little bit so you're not crazy here. Make sure it's lined up nice. Okay, just got to make sure that's seated. It's not easy. Just give it a couple good pushes. Once you know that this thing is seated, now you're going to take this piece and basically start it off there, pop it on there, okay, and you're just going to gently start going like this until it seats itself in here. And you hear that click, and then you're going to push that back into place. And then that should be it. Okay, so I don't see any lights. I don't see nothing popping up here. So we're Gucci. I have a feeling this is gonna take a plunge, but the next best thing is I'm gonna button up the rest of this. I'm gonna go eat my Jersey Mike sub, and then we're gonna go take a test drive. Okay, moment of truth. We're driving and I'm in drive. I am not used to this feeling because, you know, usually I have to hit L9, but I don't know how to feel yet. I'm gonna roll the windows down because I don't know if I just heard it do it. I might have just heard it do it. I'm confused. I don't know if I just heard it do it. It just did it. Hold on. All of that, am I totally confused or what? It's still kicking off. It's still doing the same thing. It's literally still doing it. After I just installed this thing, it's still doing it. How does that even make any sense? Oh my God. I'm gonna have to contact Range, and I'm gonna have to call this a fail for the moment. I don't know. See if I can get it to do it again, but this should not be doing what it's doing. Now it's all quiet again. It's in 4-cylinder mode, I'm telling you. I know it. Now watch. Just listen carefully. That's that like squeak noise. I don't even know if you're hearing it, but it kicks my exhaust back on. Like, it almost sounds like it disables my exhaust, and then it's like silence, and then it kicks it back on, as if like I'm getting my 4 cylinders back. It's like unbelievable to me how this is working. So when this came out, I ordered this immediately. All right. I'm confused because this doesn't make sense, right? The auto stop start, I just was driving. It works. It works just fine. Now I'm reading about the features and whatever. It's supposed to enjoy that V8 rumble, but that's not the case for me. And then it does make a little note toward the bottom. Where is this nonsense now? And it says down here, some applications may still encounter DFM activation at slow speeds during deceleration when 0% throttle input is detected at the ECM. You know, it's weird because they're changing that. I read in a bunch of other spots, some 1,500 applications. Now it says some applications. But when I was driving, I wasn't decelerating, and I was going city speeds. So is that considered slow speeds? So that means every time I take my foot off the gas pedal, it's still going to do the same thing that I couldn't stand. So at that point, since that was my most important thing, if that was the thing that I was the most annoyed by, was driving this vehicle, and every single day, I'm not a highway driver, but every single day in city, I'm driving around, and I don't want the DFM to kick in at all. I was stuck with L9. If I didn't want that, and now it still says that it's going to do that, and it's still doing that, did I just pay $230 and waste time installing a part just to get rid of auto stop start when I could push a button? That's the question that I need to sit here and think about, because I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I don't even know, man. You ever just get the wind ripped right out of your sails? It's like I was so excited to drive this vehicle without having to get in a car and do anything, without having to put it in L and hit paddle shifters to 9 every single time I got in this car. And it was one of the most annoying parts. It's one of the things that makes me regret buying this. It's one of the things that makes me want to sell this. It's just such a frustrating thing. And here we go, I still have it. So that's where this is going to end. I'm going to have to contact Range, do an update video later on, and find out what's going on, because obviously I installed everything correctly. I have no auto stop start, I have no lights, I have no malfunctions. The car drives fine, except the thing that I spent $230 on isn't there. I feel like I didn't get anything from that. If they're saying on, no gas pedal. Okay, so I accelerate to get to coasting speeds in town, and it's still doing the same thing. So what the hell did we just pay money for? What is the purpose of this product then? If it's just, I'm coasting, I was coasting, I wasn't decelerating, and it just kicks it off, makes it quiet, and it's still doing the same thing that it did. How do you release a product that's doing the same exact goddamn thing that it just f***ing did before putting a $230 thing in the car? And then when I put it back to L9, it's gone, miraculously gone. So what is the purpose? What is the use? What is the benefit? It's like snake oil, big block of Fugazi. If you have a vehicle newer than a 2021 and it's a GM, I guess, sell it, because or just deal with the L9 thing. I guess I'm just gonna have to deal with the L9 thing. That's just fun, because I'm not going to keep that product on here, and I will not keep that product in general to have auto stop start deleted for $230. I will have to reach out, but I'll do an update video, I guess, if there is an update. So, as if I didn't have enough shit going on, I did reach out via email to the company Range, and they replied back within 1 to 2 days, which is expected. They're probably very busy handling all of these return requests at this point. I did get a RMA number. It's going out. I didn't realize that the parent company is Holley for this, so that's news to me. That's cool. Good company. I'm not saying that their other products aren't great, but there's just something with the setup of this PCM. This just doesn't work. They could word it any which way they want. I've even seen some websites that sell this product now saying 1500 applications, like the 1500 series, and that the GM SUVs are fine. Now, I'm sure those websites are going to get edited. Something's not right. This absolutely did not work. $230 to have auto stop start disabled is just not worth it at all. It's a minor inconvenience. It is an inconvenience, but it's a minor inconvenience to have to get into the car and flip the paddles to L9, and it is what it is. I can still drive this car, and L9 is superior to what this does, and it was free. So yeah, I'm annoyed. Also, just to let you know, the second go around, I'm actually going to try to just pull this out without pulling the whole fender well out. I took this bolt out on this time, I pulled this out, and I feel like I have plenty of room now to get in here. I disconnected the battery anyway, and I'm gonna just, you know, do what I gotta do and have it handled. You know, you push the button, flip, and yeah, it comes right off. Let me see if I can get this range unit off. Yep, got it. There it is. I wish you worked. I hope other people have success. No bashing on the company, except for the fact that this thing was hidden down below. It should be in bolded letters. I'm very upset. I'm disappointed. I'm not upset at this company. I'm disappointed and upset that this did not work. So, not throwing shade at the company, but this was a fail. It was a try. At least we got to try it, but this was a fail.